Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next episode of Supernatural Season 5, the penultimate episode of the season. The last episode that we watched was called The Devil You Know, which focused on things that I said last time that I wasn't expecting it to. So I thought it was all going to be around Pestilence and stopping Pestilence. And whilst the boys were searching for Pestilence, it was more about the guy that was like, they called him his stable boy, the one that was working for Pestilence, working with the Croton virus, Brady, who turned out to be possessing the guy that Sam went to college with, who was actually the one that murdered Jessica. Still don't feel great about that little twist, but I understand why they did it, because it was more about like Sam's restraint against killing him and Sam's anger, and it was good, it was enjoyable, and I liked that they were delving more into kind of Sam's backstory a little bit, and how we learned when we focused on Crowley again. Having Crowley back was really good, and how, what I forgot to mention actually before I forget about it, in the little review bit at the end of the last episode, I forgot to mention, I think, Crowley's Hellhound, the giant one, was so cool, and it's so weird how they can do such good effects of Hellhounds without you ever seeing them. Like, I think at one point, when it jumped through the window, I think I kind of saw something. I don't know if that's my eyes tricking me into seeing something, but like the outline of something. But on the most part, obviously you don't see anything, you just see the effects of it. But when Crowley was like, on the one next to him, I was like, shit, he's got like a massive hellhound. That's so cool. But yeah, it was good to see Crowley again. We don't know much about him yet. We still don't know fully where his loyalties lie. I think they mostly lie with himself. And whilst he does say to the boys, like, I do want to help you, he goes about it in his own way, which is really cool. And we also ended on the moment where they now know where Pestilence is, so they're going to go find him, probably this episode. But also, Bobby was talking to Crowley about the deal, about selling his soul to be able to find Death, the last Horseman. And I'm nervous about it. Do I feel like Bobby will do it? I think so. Because they made it very clear this season that Bobby's not okay. Ever since he's kind of lost the use of his legs, he's been suffering and struggling and not been himself. So I definitely feel like he's going to take this deal to help try and stop this apocalypse. Obviously, the plan now is get the last 2 rings. Sam is now considering saying yes to Lucifer, which is not good, which is quite scary. But the plan is to then trap Lucifer in the cage, which Sam seems to be going along the lines of he wants to say yes to Lucifer and try and wrestle control back of Lucifer, of the body, to jump into the cage so that they can close it then. Easy said than done, much easier said than done, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they go with this episode. It's called 2 Minutes to Midnight. I don't know what that means. Is that a reference to something? Let's have a look. Okay, so 2 Minutes to Midnight is a song by Iron Maiden. Oh, so when it says on Google, what does the term 2 Minutes to Midnight mean? In what is dubbed a new abnormal, the Bulletin of the Atomic the Bulletin of the Atomic I can't even speak. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists said today that a so-called doomsday clock is still set to 2 minutes before midnight, indicating that humanity is closer to destruction than it's been at any point since World War II. Okay, well that makes things a lot more ominous. So it's close to doom. The doomsday clock is set to 2 minutes to midnight. It's closer to the end of humanity or whatever, some destruction. So basically, I just think it means we're going to be very close to whatever is going to happen at the end of the episode, end of the season, this apocalypse. Sam saying yes. I don't know. I have this feeling the episode's going to end with Sam saying yes, but I just don't know, because I don't want him to say yes, but I've had it in the back of my mind since season 5 started, since we found out about the vessels. That's where it's going to end. Especially with it being the quote-unquote what was meant to be the final season. Let's read the episode to find out. There's no point in me guessing, because let's just watch it and find out. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the episode. Please take a look at the Patreon link in the description box below for the full-length reaction to this episode, as well as the last episode of Season 5, if you watch on YouTube, and also probably the first couple episodes of Season 6 as well. Alright, let's jump into Supernatural Season 5, Episode 21. 2 Minutes to Midnight.
How was your trip?
Oh, very productive. And how are we tonight, Celeste, my favorite patient? Nurse says you can't sleep.
Oh, I just
Isn't this Pestilence? Isn't this the guy? It was
Well,
Pestilence.
that's because you're suffering from a combination of the common
If not, he
cold,
looks like him.
dengue
He looks in
fever,
much better state than he did
and a
last time.
nasty case of Japanese encephalitis.
What do you... I'm sorry.
Oh, you heard me.
You're very ill, lady, basically.
Oh, and look at that. You never had chicken pox as a child.
How could I?
Have all those diseases at once? Well, it's a proprietary blend. I mix it up. in
I'm a
petri dish.
horseman.
Petri dish being you. You're going to die. In 4, 3, 2.
Just how scary that would. Oh, Christ, that's
Interesting.
mushy peas. See, the idea of Pestilence being like this doctor that experiments on people, give them all the diseases, is cool. Very unusual, like that first scene where we saw him when he was in that car going.
What? But Sam's genius plan to say yes
say
to
yes.
the devil?
He knew.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
Hey, this ain't about me.
You can't do this.
A hospital.
Okay.
No.
You
He's
want
in
to
hospital.
elaborate?
Willingly, so.
Woke up here.
Oh.
The doctors were fairly surprised. They thought I was brain dead.
So a hospital.
Apparently, after Van Nuys, I suddenly appeared. Bloody and unconscious on a shrimping boat off Delacroix.
Look, we're going after Pestilence now. So if you want to zap over here.
I can't zap anywhere.
What do you mean?
Boy,
You could say my batteries are drained.
What do you mean, out of Angel Mojo?
that's
I'm
convenient.
thirsty and my head aches. I have a bug bite that itches no matter how much I scratch it.
Is he
It's like
human?
that I'm just incredibly...
Human. Wow.
Is he actually human?
You are not the burnt and broken shell of a man that I believed you to be.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
cute.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
This is awkward.
I'm looking for my Nana. Her name is Eunice Kennedy.
Go around front and see the nurse.
You mind just helping me out, sir? She's about that small and gray hair.
Be
wears
suspicious. I was saying that security guard was like, no, be suspicious if someone walks into your room and it closes the door behind them. That's not suspicious.
The Winchesters are here. We should go.
Get rid of those mushy peas off your face.
Are you kidding me?
They have a track record with Horseman.
Yeah, they've killed 2. Well, they've got the rings of 2.
What they do to my brothers. No. The only reasonable thing to do here is to take it out of their healthy young asses.
We're under strict orders not to kill the
Can I
vessels.
take it out of their asses, please?
Daddy can go on back together! Now then.
Page me if she's dying.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh. Oh, he's gonna kill everyone. Maybe.
Sam!
Okay.
Dean!
I thought he was gonna kill the demon, but apparently not.
All right, in. You boys don't look well.
No.
Might be the scarlet fever. Or
Scarlet
the
fever.
meningitis. Oh. Or the syphilis.
He loves syphilis, this guy, doesn't he?
Disease itself. Very
Intelligent.
pure.
Scary.
Single-minded.
Really scary if you
Bacteria
look into it.
have one purpose. Divide and conquer. On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your pain?
Not good, Castiel. Hey! Hey! Had to save the day.
Took a bus.
Chill. But he's becoming human now, so he's gonna be sick.
Well, look at that. There's not a speck of angel in you, is there?
Oh! Hey! Hey! Here's your boy, Castiel. Yeah! So he is still sort of an angel. Not completely human, though, which is good.
Doesn't matter. It's too late.
But it's not, though. Because we've got 10 and a bit more seasons to go. So, stick that with your ass, Pestilence.
I mean, how'd you put all this together, anyways?
What did he do?
Help.
Because I know that. Oh well.
Don't be so
Yeah, Crowley said,
I barely
"Give me a
helped
soul,
you
I'll give you the location." So maybe that's what happened. I thought it was gonna be Yvonne's legs somehow, but
Hello, boys.
Seems stupid to get all precious over one little soul.
You sold your soul?
Oh, more like
I don't.
I fully intend to
I don't
give it
disagree with
Well,
it
then
though.
give it back.
back. I will.
Now.
Did you kiss him?
Sam.
Just wondering.
No! Why'd you make
That's so funny. I love Crowley.
Believe me, I know exactly how screwed up I am.
Oh.
You, Bobby, Cass, I'm the least of any of you.
Oh, Sam.
It's true, it is. But I'm also all we got. If there was another way. But I don't think there is. There's just me.
I don't see another way right
I
now.
don't know what else to do. So Pestilence was spreading swine flu.
Yeah, but not just for giggles. That was step one. Step two is the vaccine. And you think...
I know. I'll stake my reputation.
The vaccine's
That
not
vaccine
what it
is
cracked up to be.
Grade A farm fresh Croatoan virus.
Not the Croatoan. I need to go back and watch that
Genius countrywide.
episode of season 2 at some point to
Plan.
see how it links across to this one.
Horseman for nothing.
Oh, Death. Oh, Death.
Okay. This is an entrance. Also, this is a song from Resident Evil 7, I think. No. Dark Pictures. He is cool.
Good luck stopping the whole zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Good luck killing Death.
Thank you. See you soon.
Just gonna sit there?
Walk. Come on, Bobby. We need Bobby, the Bobby that used to always appear at the end of a fight, save the day and kick ass. Oh. Yes. Right, Bobby. Yes, he's smiling. Bobby's smiling. Yes, it's been so long. Right now, we need to go and kick some ass.
Michael has found another vessel.
Adam.
It's your brother, Adam. He must have been...
Thought of that after
Yeah, we were trying not to.
the 100th episode.
If you say yes to Lucifer and then fail, this fight will happen. And the collateral, it'll be immense.
Yeah.
To take in Lucifer would be more than you've ever drunk.
But why?
It strengthens the vessel. Keeps it from exploding.
But the guy he's in now.
He's drinking gallons.
And how is that not the worst plan you ever heard?
I'm gonna say now we've got Sam plus demon blood plus the devil. I'm not okay with this plan. So it's not that many people to kill. They can take them down easily. But seeing Bobby standing holding a gun again. I hope this lasts. I'm very nervous about it.
Here.
Also, the block is squirming with
The
reapers.
Reapers. I just find these Reapers really creepy. There was this shot and there was a shot in, do you know, the Abandoned All Hope episode when they went to that town and Castiel said there's just Reapers everywhere.
Death's not in there.
You want to cut the cue and get to the part where you tell me where he is?
Sorry.
What?
I found him.
I
Does
can't
it-
hear you.
in
I
there?
said I found him. Death. He's in there.
Join me, Dean. The pizza's delicious.
The pizza's delicious. I love a pizza. That is a deep pizza. Holy crap. Pizza's like this
Long enough
thick.
to find me. You have an inflated sense of your importance. To a
Especially
thing
now.
like me, a thing like you, well,
There's nothing really, especially now Adam's on the scene.
Think how you'd feel if a bacterium sat at your table and started to get snarky. This is one little planet, in one tiny solar system, in a galaxy that's barely out of its diapers.
This is good.
Old, Dean.
This is a very good choice of actor.
Old. So I invite you to contemplate how insignificant I find you. Eat.
I want that pizza.
You'll reap God?
Oh, yes. God will die too, Dean.
Okay. Interesting. But we don't know what God is.
Well, this is way above my pay grade. I mean, what do you want?
The leash around my neck off. Lucifer has me bound to him. Some unseemly little spell. He has me where he wants, when he wants.
Is he going to help
That's
them?
why I couldn't go to you. I had to wait for you to catch up.
He's going to help
He
them, isn't
made
he?
me his weapon. Hurricanes, floods, raising the dead.
That's really
I'm more
cool.
powerful than you can process.
If he is.
I'm enslaved to a bratty child having a tantrum.
Yes, Death.
I understand you want this.
Yeah?
I'm inclined to give it to you.
Oh.
You have to do whatever it takes to put Lucifer in his cell.
Of course.
Whatever it takes.
That's the plan.
No plan, not yet. Your brother, he's the one that can stop Lucifer, the only one.
Yep.
When you think...
I know.
He should stay, yes.
So I need a promise. You're going to let your brother jump right into that fire.
Is he going to do it? He's probably going to do it. He's got to do it. He's literally handing you the ring.
Do I have your word?
Yes.
Oh.
That better be yes, Dean. You know you can't cheat death.
This actor's so good. This actor is so good. This is great. This is not what I expected, but I love it. Oh. Oh.
What do you think Death does to people who lie to his face?
Good.
Nope.
Hey, that I was cool with Sam driving the bus on the whole Lucifer plan.
So Death thinks Sam ought to say yes, huh?
That's what's going to happen, I think. I really think that's what's going to happen.
I mean, what happened to you being against this?
Look, I'm not
What
saying
choice
Sam
do
ain't
you
a
have?
handful of character defects, but
But what?
I watched that kid pull one civilian out after another. He must have saved 10 people. Never stopped, never slowed down. We're hard on him, Dean. We've always been. But in the meantime,
I wonder what that look was about.
he's been running into burning buildings since he was, what, 12?
Pretty much.
He's good.
Well, look, he's
Problematic,
got a
but he's good.
darkness in him. A hell of a lot of good in him, too. What exactly are you afraid of? Losing? Or losing your brother?
That's a big question. Don't end there. Okay, guys, that was my reaction to Supernatural Season 5, Episode 21. 2 minutes to midnight. That was good. That was really good. It's got me really hyped to the finale. It feels like all the pieces are now in place for the final showdown, whatever form that's going to take. That was good. So let's start with the Pestilence, because that was kind of the initial chapter of the episode, I suppose, because it was kind of split. It's like Pestilence first half, Death second half, almost. So the Pestilence stuff was cool. You'll be able to help me more than I'll be able to figure out by myself. So when we, like I said in the episode, when we first saw Pestilence, he was in that car, he had lots of flies around him, he was snotty, he was coughing, he was sneezing. Was that because he was actually ill? Because I know he went to the store to buy medication. Is that because he made himself ill but then made himself better as like a test? Maybe that's what it was. Because obviously when we saw him in this episode, he was a doctor and he was fine. And he made other people ill and was just he wasn't ill at all. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm figuring it out. Because he did go to that shop, that pharmacy or the gas station and buy pills, like cold flu pills, whatever they are, to make himself better. So maybe that's what happened, that he was kind of testing on himself just a little bit. But I liked the version of Pestilence that we got in this episode, where he was a doctor that was kind of almost experimenting on people, putting multiple diseases into people to see what would happen. I thought it was a really cool take on him. And I was surprised how quickly that kind of ended, because we didn't get Pestilence last episode. I thought, okay, this episode's going to focus on getting his ring. And I didn't think it would end as quickly as it did, where they managed to get his ring quite easily. Obviously, he made the boys ill, then he made Castiel ill. But then Castiel had that little spark of the angel soul left in him, and so jumped forward and got the ring off Pestilence, which was cool. So I presume he's now going to turn into like a husk. They've described the other two horsemen as husks now. I doubt we're ever going to see that, but it would be cool to see what that means. I presume it just means they're kind of like withered and decrepit and powerless now that the rings, which have the power in them, have been taken off them. But I liked the version that we got. It would have been cool to see more of him, but I understand we're at the end of the season. We've got to move that story along at a fast pace. So Pestilence, cool. Out of the three so far, Pestilence is probably my least favourite of the three. I thought Famine was the best. He was creepy as shit. War was just kind of cool and smarmy, and I liked what he did and how he held himself. Pestilence, I guess we just didn't get to see as much of him as I would have liked, but I think I would have preferred him if he was like this ill person that was making other people ill, but that's just my weird, narrow-minded focus on little specific things that I want to see. But I liked the version that we got. So we also found out that Bobby did sell his soul to Crowley for the location of death, as I expected that he would. But he kept it hidden from the boys until Crowley kind of outed him. And I loved that scene where we found out that to seal the deal, because even Sam went, "Did you kiss?" In the midst of like a big dramatic, "I sold my soul." Sam went, "Did you kiss?" And they did, and Crowley had a photo. And that was just I like when Supernatural and other shows have done it as well. Like, it kind of reminds me of that Buffy kind of writing. If you watch Buffy, you know what I mean. Where something really serious is going on, but they'll just hit it with a comedic moment. And this show does it well as well, where really serious, someone that we know and love who's struggling and sold his soul, and they intercut that with something just really funny and awkward. And yeah, so he sold his soul to the devil, it's not to the devil, to Crowley to find the location of death, which they've got. I kind of expected it, so I wasn't shocked by that. I did like the little twist later on in the episode where Crowley added the little wording in that he got his legs back. What that does make me concerned about, though, I guess I want to talk about Bobby now. It does make me concerned that once he gets the soul back, potentially, because Crowley did promise him that it was temporary and that he will get the soul back. So it does worry me that once the soul does go back into Bobby, that his legs are going to go with that. I'm hoping that's not the case, and that he gets to keep the use of his legs, because the Bobby that I know and love over the course of the 4 seasons till he lost the use of his legs was beautiful. He was funny, he was smarmy, he was passionate, but he was a kick-ass, badass mother trucker, and he was always the guys. Quite a lot of the times they were fighting some demon or some monster, and last minute Bobby would just appear out of nowhere and save the day, and I loved that. And he would say some stupid line about how he's more useful than the boys and how they're useless, and I loved it. And all that went away when he lost the use of his legs. He felt like he wasn't a hunter anymore. He felt useless. He got to the point where he had a gun in a drawer with a bullet that every day he looked at to say, "Is today the day I'm going to end it, because I am no use anymore?" Obviously, he is useful. He does all the research. He's smart. He's like a father figure to the boys, more than they ever had from John in a lot of ways. But he doesn't see that because his love towards the actual fighting had gone. But not his love is still there, because he couldn't do it. He felt like his part in life, his role had disappeared, and it wasn't that. So the second he got his legs, he realised his legs were working again, and he saw that smile in his face. Chef's kiss. It just really warmed my heart to see him like that, see him smiling. And then in the fight when he was like shooting and kicking ass, and that was the Bobby that we love, and he's back, and just in time for whatever shit show is going to happen next episode. But I do have the fear that because he's so happy about it, and he's so happy to be kicking ass again, and having revelations about Sam, which again we'll talk about in a moment, that he's going to be even worse when potentially he gets his soul back and that clause goes away, that his legs get taken as well. I hope that's not the case, but you just don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen. Crowley is a very great character. I love him. He's funny, he's wacky, he's unpredictable, and I like that he's very unpredictable. Whereas like Sam and Dean, you can predict a lot of how they're going to act at times because they're always going to be like, they're always going to lie to each other, keep emotions from each other, act out each other, eventually make up, but then do it all over again. I know, yeah, they do things unpredictably along the way, but Crowley, you just never know what's going to come out of his mouth. You never know what he's going to do, how he's going to act, and it's really cool. I love that character, and I now know why. When he showed up in the mid-season finale of the season, people were like, oh my god, it's Crowley, I love Crowley, because I think that was the episode he first appeared in anyway. But yeah, love it. But yeah, I have this weird fear that his legs are going to be gone again, but I hope not. Yeah, Castiel's back as well. He obviously woke up in the hospital. He's pretty much human now, but not actually human. There's still a spark of angel in him. They haven't really fully clarified what he meant by I'm mostly human. Does he mean actually human? Because at the end of the day, Castiel is the angel possessing Jimmy. What's his name? Jimmy's body. So surely if it was human, it would be Jimmy again. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to clarify that more maybe next episode. But it is cool to see that even though he's down and he's not the angel that he used to be, he can still help save the day with Pestilence. So moving over to Pestilence, we have Death. Now, I've liked all the actors for the Horseman so far. Death is my favourite. Death was really cool, but the actor's really good. And as Death, he was imposing enough just walking along down the street, and that was aided by the walking stick, the storm, the fact that someone that brushed past him died, the music choice, which I might have to cut out for YouTube, so I apologise if it was a lot of silence. But that was a really imposing entrance coming out of like the white horse, the pale horse, sorry, the car, and I liked it. It was cool. And then when we got the scene when he was chatting to Dean, when you have this thing about angels and demons, and you got the God and Satan fighting against each other, you just assume that, I guess the way that you see it in a lot of media is that all the angels follow God, all the demons follow Lucifer, and it's going to be a big battle. And that's kind of the very basic black and white way to put things. But what I loved about this season so far, and Death is a prime example of this, is that not a lot of people really want to follow Satan, Lucifer. Not a lot of people really support him, or really have a good opinion of him. Like Death said, I am a pawn in his game. I'm a pawn in the game of these two brothers that are acting like brats, particularly Lucifer, because God has kind of noped out the situation. But Lucifer is this bratty little brother who is acting like a child. He's controlling me, making me do these things that I don't want to do. You know, he's Death, so yeah, he obviously likes death and all that stuff, but he's probably got his own things he wants to do. But I just love the fact that you would assume that, okay, you've got the Lucifer coming back you've got the demons that are freed Lucifer from the cage, everyone's going to be helping Lucifer now to try and get the apocalypse. Really, that's not the case. We saw that with the Trickster. Our Trickster's obviously an angel, but we saw that with the Trickster didn't want to be a part of the whole thing. We saw it with Death. He didn't want to be a part of it. I'm sure we said it was another demon before or something. I'm sure there was something else where they just didn't want to be a part of this fight. And the gods, for example, the gods didn't want to be a part of the fight. And it was just this is one god sort of thing, and angel, Lucifer, that were having this fight. We don't want to be a part of this. And I like that all these forces are conspiring against them as well, and how they track the less Horseman. Let's go for Death, this huge imposing figure. We saw Lucifer rise him up. Really imposing. Really spooky. He's killing lots of people. What's going to happen? He's going to hand the ring over because, like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a part of this fight. And that's so unexpected, but brilliant. I was expecting this big struggle with Death. As he did, he sat down, had a bit of pizza, which looked fit, by the way, and Death just said, look, here's my ring. I'll give you on one condition. You make Sam say yes to Lucifer. Let's get this over with. And obviously Dean said yes, he lied. We'll get to that whole little bit in a minute. But the actor for Death was brilliant. He was really imposing. And like the moment when he at the end went, remember if you lied to me, remember you can't escape death. There's like lightning flashes. Chef's kiss. Oh, it was so good. Really brilliant scene. I loved it. And I want to see more of Death. I don't know if we will. I don't know if we've got much, because if all the Horsemen now don't have their rings, they're going to turn into husks. Maybe he's only going to get that one episode, that one couple of scenes, but that couple of scenes that he had were brilliant and really effective and so good. So so good. I loved it. That was really brilliant. I'm really impressed because I like these episodes of Supernatural. They have like a big showdown, a big fight, and death and destruction and demons dying. And there was none of that. It was two people sat in a pizzeria talking, and I loved it. So I'm really impressed how impressed I am with it. So yeah, they've got the 4 rings, which all form to make this key. But Dean has said he's lied. He's not going to help Sam say yes, because Sam obviously now says he wants to say yes to the devil, which he said last time. Castiel said it's an alright plan. Even Bobby's kind of sort of considering it as a plan, but Dean doesn't want him to. And like Bobby said at the end, is that you don't want him to because you don't want to lose the fight, or because you don't want to lose Sam. I think both. I think he loves Sam a lot more than he says, and I like the fact that Bobby saw in that fight that Sam is a good fighter. Does Sam make a lot of mistakes? Yes. As a big Sam fan / Sam's body fan, Sam makes a lot of mistakes, right? I like them both a lot. I respect them both a lot. I love them both a lot. But we'll call them out on their actions. But he does fight hard. And like Bobby saw him in that fight, kicking ass, and said, we're really hard on him. We don't really give him much credit for the stuff that he does that's good. And now maybe he said, maybe he will fight against Lucifer. Maybe he will win. I'm excited for it though. I'm really excited for it because the way we're set up for the finale, we found out Michael is definitely going to be Adam now. Sam is going to say yes, I think, and fight and go to the pit. We've got the keys for the Horseman, so we just need to get to Lucifer, say yes, fight, pit. Easier said than done, right? Easier said than done, but this was a really brilliant episode. It kind of felt like 2 parts, like Pestilence half, Death half, with obviously some bits with the boys and Crowley and Castiel and whatever in the middle. But this was really good. This was really good. And I'm really excited for the finale. I'm so excited for the finale. I don't know if I've got time to watch it today, but whenever I do watch it, guys, I can't wait. I really can't wait. You guys have all said it's a great finale. So let's see. Let's see. I'm going to stop talking now because I think I've covered most of the things that I want to cover. But also, that was good. I love Death. I want to see more of him. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. As always, my name is Scott. Hope you guys are well. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of Pestilence, Death, and this episode in general, and if you're excited to watch the season finale. But if you are excited and you watch this on YouTube, please take a look at the Patreon link down below, because the season finale will be up, and the full-length reaction to it will be up, and I will have started season 6 by now. I've looked at my calendar, and yeah, season 6 will have started definitely by now, so I'm excited for what's going to come. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all very soon, very, very, very soon, for the final episode of season 5 of Supernatural. It's been a long time coming, guys. Bye, guys, take care, stay safe.